You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hi there, Days of Our Lives fans. I've got your 2-week spoilers for January 27th through February 7th. We're going to see what happens as Kristen cons EJ Taunts and the woman in white Torments. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. If you're not subscribed, please click that button. Starting on Monday, January 27th, Brady and Kristen continue their desperate search after Ava's garbled message to Brady. With that and Kristen finding the family album missing, they head to Aramid looking for their daughter. They are going to find Rachel at the Blake house, and I think they're going to presume that she was there alone because Brady seems to have no idea that his gal pal is in peril nearby, and the woman in white may hide out while they are there. Rachel and her grandma make a deadly deal about Ava before her parents get there, and it looks like Rachel may head home with Kristen and Brady to work on her plot to reconcile them while the woman in white toys with Ava. Holly vents to Doug 3 about the whole Tate and Sophia thing. Meanwhile, Sophia suggests something to Tate. It's supposed to be a bold idea. I wonder if she suggests them getting married temporarily because that should emancipate them, and then they can legally decide what to do with their baby without her mom's input. Also, Monday the 27th is the last day to see Madeline Keentz as Sophia. Her recast will not debut for a couple of weeks, I think on February 12th, as this story slips to the back burner for just a moment. Tuesday, January 28th, Bachelor and Bachelorette parties take place in Salem. Jada's party is at Stephanie's place. We've got Kayla and Paulina and Chanel and Gabby and Belle is there. Lots of fun. All the current ladies. Marlena's not there. Not as far as I could see. And Rafe's party is at the Brady pub, but too bad it's Arnold at the party and not the real Rafe. And EJ is there. Looks like Javi is there. Not sure if Leo will be there. He's definitely at the wedding. Steve is going to be there. Things get contentious between fake Rafe and Patch. Johnny is on hand and things are going to get a little out of control. The ladies at the party drink a lot and talk about past hookups they regret. Chanel is happy to have her mom, Paulina, as her support on Tuesday. And it looks like EJ might have been the one to hire a stripper for Rafe's bachelor party, perhaps to get the groom in trouble with Jada, even though it's not the real groom. Javi may get an eyeful of Arnold and assume that Rafe was cheating with the exotic dancer. Belle bickers with EJ and things heat up. We're going to have a passionate kiss. And Stephanie gets some much needed support from her dad, Steve. Wednesday, January 29th, lots of regrets and revelations in Salem the day after these two booze-fueled parties. Who did what with whom? Gabby and JJ got frisky, but he may be having second thoughts. Chanel wakes up hungover in bed with hunky Sean Brady. Did they do the deed? Now, he's been sober, so I wonder if he was drinking or if only she was drinking and he was stone cold sober, because he is not supposed to be hitting the bottle. Marlena is absolutely furious to find EJ in the sheets with Belle under her roof. They didn't even have the decency to go back to his place. Marlena is so mad. And I just imagine the next time that Belle and Sean run into each other, neither of them will want to talk about Bachelor and Bachelorette party night, since both of them woke up in bed with somebody else. Kristen tells Johnny a few things about family history, and Brady is very, very worried on Wednesday because he's still not heard from Ava, who in her garbled message said something about Rachel calling, and he and Kristen have their daughter back, but his girlfriend remains MIA, and Brady may begin to suspect something because he knows he cannot trust Kristen, and he really can't trust Rachel, which is unfortunate. Thursday, January 30th, Sweeps kicks off on Days. Marlena has questions for Leo about something that he has done. And Javi confronts Arnold, thinking, of course, he is Rafe, over what went down at the bachelor party. But Arnold is able to force Javi to keep his silence. It is Rafe's birthday on January 30th and also his and Jada's wedding day. Too bad the groom is a little too tied up to make it to the altar. Jada tells Stephanie that something is really off lately with Rafe, and I wonder if they will blame it on pre-wedding jitters, him coming out of the coma, him leaving his job, kind of being in a life transition thing. Meanwhile, EJ slaps a birthday hat on Rafe and taunts him about Arnold being the one to get married to Jada today. Although EJ is trying to keep Arnold out of Jada's bed, you know, if they say I do, there are certain expectations about the wedding night. Meanwhile, Gabby is stunned when JJ pulls back from her. He's hesitant. Looks like he may be rethinking forgiving her for all her past deeds after that serious showdown with Chad when they were talking about Kat. Friday, January 31st is Rafe and Jada's official wedding day episode, and this could be a wild one. Javi and Leo will be at the ceremony, and Javi tells Leo about his guilt over the secret he's keeping about the groom. And if you remember, Chad crashed Leo's double wedding day when he was trying to get married to Craig, and Chad exposed something that Leo was already married. So I just wonder if he will advocate silence or tell Javi to shout out the truth. Depends on, you know, where he's feeling about this. Steve has a big part to play on the wedding day. Kayla is there with her hubby. It's very sweet. And then Steve's going to walk Jada down the aisle. But before that, they share a very nice moment. I'm sure he is going to be telling her how proud her father would be of her. An angry, frustrated Rafe breaks out of the room where EJ has been keeping him captive. But will he make it to the wedding and stop Arnold from getting hitched to Jada? Going into the following week, February 3rd through the 7th, it's the first full week of February sweeps. We're going to have some big cliffhanger action coming from the Friday before as we find out if Rafe shows up, makes it to the altar, is able to interrupt. You know, will Jada get a gigantic double groom shocker, or will EJ stop Rafe and toss him back in the basement? Ava's dangerous situation gets worse. It looks like Rachel Blake, aka the woman in white, may toy with her before taking her life. Is this woman really gonna murder Ava to help her namesake granddaughter Rachel? I mean, she seems nuts. She gave birth to Kristen, and we know how crazy Kristen is, but Brady's not going to give up until he finds Ava, and he's not going to let Kristen or his daughter Rachel dissuade or distract him from this because he knows something is up. Chanel reconsiders how she's judged Johnny, given her own recent night with Sean. Alex has a double dilemma on his hands about who to date and who to dump. Holly keeps turning to Doug 3. And the big news this week is the return of Kim Calls as Whitley King on Wednesday, February 5th. Is she the cupcake culprit, the elevator rigger, the mystery texter, and the one who's out to ruin body and soul because she thinks they ruined her soap? Wouldn't it be great if she put an end to it? I'm body and sold out. I don't know about you guys. Jada's got bad luck when it comes to husband, the insanity of Bob Everett, and now a doppelganger on her big day. We're going to find out if she did indeed say I do with somebody she doesn't even know. Look for Belle and EJ to explore their chemistry, but he's got a date with Destiny and a bullet to the chest coming soon. So Belle and EJ better get busy fast. And if Rachel confesses to her mom, or Kristen figures out that her mama, Rachel Blake, has Ava, I wonder if she will tell Brady or let the chips fall where they may and try and con him into that reunion that she and their daughter both want.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.